The other thing that I wanted to talk about today is about what is going on with the cannabis distribution center and processing center that they want to do in Roseland. Let us remember that for people who live in Sonoma County, for people who live in Santa Rosa, Roseland was the small area of the county that was unincorporated. And as a result of that, was ignored by the representatives of the county of Sonoma for decades. Anything from the level of the streets and how bad they were being maintained to the level of violence on behalf of the police. And we're all also aware as to Andy Lopez and how they were victimized, or he was lynched by a sheriff officer. And so now the city of Santa Rosa has decided to adopt Roseland, but as one of their first acts is to bring drugs into the community. And just because marijuana became legal doesn't mean that it's acceptable when the community of Roseland has never asked for a dispensary. Many of the community members of Roseland, in fact, were arrested, imprisoned, convicted of crimes of possession of marijuana years ago. And now this large company with funding from outside of Roseland is coming over and trying to open a dispensary and saying, you know, it doesn't matter that you were convicted, now it's legal and we want to make money out of these neighborhoods. And so the community is invited to participate. This is an invitation by the Latinx Student Congress, which is a collaboration between college students and high school and junior high school students in Sonoma County, which includes MECHA, Movimiento Estudiantil Chicanista de Aztlán, in the high school, junior high schools, and Santa Rosa Junior College. And so they are all inviting the community on December 7th, a Tuesday at 3 p.m. to show up at the possible future location of this dispensary. So what happened is it was determined that the city would give a permit for this company to open up, but a community member came out and put the money together and file an appeal. And the city of Santa Rosa now is going to have to legally consider that appeal, possibly in December. And so the community is going to gather at 100 Sebastopol Road at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, December 7th, in order to be able to have a press conference and then walk all of the signatures. A copy of all of the digital signatures will be included, as well as the paper signatures that have been gathered throughout the county. And those will be sent, walk over and presented to the City Council of Santa Rosa on, again, December 7th. And they're going to walk from about 3:20, 3:30 until 4, and they'll walk into City Hall to present this personally to the City Council. The community doesn't want this. They're saying, why are you bringing this business? Why are you not bringing a library? Why are you not bringing a community center, which is much needed here? And so that's their demand. And just last week, we were informed as well that this November 30th, Tuesday at 1 in the afternoon, the City Council, after much pressure, is considering whether or not to use some of the ARPA money, which amounts to about $34 million. And then there's some PG&E money left, which amounts to, I believe, $7 million. And I apologize, I'm working out of memory right now. And whether or not to build a community center and a library there in Roseland, which again is badly needed because they have no place to gather. The kids have no place to gather. And again, the community center is much, much needed. Why do they do this meeting when most of the members of that community of Roseland are working in the fields, restaurants, and other places at 1 p.m.? Well, that's another conversation that at some point needs to happen. But if you are able to participate, again, the Latinx Student Congress is inviting you all to participate, collaborate, and demand that the money be used for a community center. If the city of Santa Rosa chose to adopt Roseland, then they need to provide equitable access to education, just like they provide in Rincon Valley, which is the middle to upper class communities in the area of the city of Santa Rosa. Okay, so it is important. And again, the information about the change.org is also on my Facebook page, DACA Sonoma County. And if you need the Zoom link for that meeting with the City Council of Santa Rosa, it is on the website, but I will also put it on my Facebook page. If you are getting this information via my YouTube channel, it will be in the description of the video. And with that, we're going to take another break, and we'll be back to talk about mental health on this Thursday, again, which is the celebration for many people of Thanksgiving. For others of us, is considered Thanksgiving, which is a mockery of the fact that in Native American communities, again, are still living in concentration camps with no access to resources. We'll be back.